What's going on, everyone? It's Reese here, part of the Raging Chimpanzees, and today we're going to be doing going to be doing a gun review on the ASM1. This is a gun that I've used since the start of Advanced Warfare, or however I did take a break from it in the middle of Advanced Warfare, like since I had it. I hope you enjoy it, and let's start with the review. Okay, so I've got a lot to talk about, by the way, guys. So let's start with the how I got to use it. Well, when I first got the game, it was my first CoD and I didn't really know what to use, and I used the ARX160 to start off because, well, Uncharted 3 had this tri-burst gun called the Gmails, you may or may not know if you've played Uncharted, and I really loved that gun, and I thought it'd be the same thing with CoD, but no. I was stupid. I did not know that it was going to be like that, and the ARX tri-burst proved to be a terrible weapon for me. So I just switched it around using guns. And then I ended up using the AK-12 afterwards, and I quit with that. And the ASM1 was the first gun that I really truly enjoyed using. It was something that I used. Yes, I would have used it like at the beginning of 2015, as I got it for Christmas. And yeah, I mean, I got diamond for it like pretty quickly in a couple of months, even despite it being my first CoD. I mean, at the time I was a really big noob, and I'd still class myself as not very good now. But yeah, I was a really big noob, and it was basically the only gun I used. So yeah, I got diamond on it really quick. This is the gun that I have the most kills with in the game, which is weird because it just shows how much I use it, because I basically do not use this gun much now. But yeah, that just shows. Okay, so let's start with the damage. It has a 3-shot kill range, which is different to most SMGs, which is basic. Well, I didn't know that at the time, but I just thought it was a very strong SMG. Because pre-nerf it had the 45 bullets in the mag, and it used to shoot faster at the start. And with the 3 to 6 shot kill rate, 3 to 6 shot, it was really fun to use. I mean, the 3 shot was pretty close, like the 3 shot range was pretty close, but I really enjoyed using it. And the damage is, for an SMG, is strong. It's strong damage. I mean, it's not as strong as the KF5, like the first 5 bullets, but apart from that, it's the strongest SMG. Moving on with the accuracy. The accuracy on this is poor. Yeah. It's not been a good gun for accuracy ever, especially, and despite it now being improved because it doesn't have that faster fire rate at the beginning now. It's still got quite a lot of kick, and I'll recommend the foregrip later when I tell you about attachments. The fire rate is mediocre. I'd actually say that it seems to fire slower than it actually does, which is quite rare for guns in CoD. It seems like the way that it sounds, it just seems like it's firing slower, but it is actually quite a fast firing gun, I'd say. It's not as fast as the KF5, it's not as fast as the MP11, it's not as fast as the SAC-3 or anything like that. It's probably the slowest firing SMG, but that doesn't mean it's slow. It's still rather fast, so that's quite good. Like I say, the range is pretty poor. I mean, the 3-shot range is low. So, I mean, that's obviously not a good thing, but it does have I think the 4-shot range is actually quite good, so that's okay. Handling is the same as any other SMG. It's very good. It's very good. Hip firing in this game is really strong. It's a really good game for it. And mobility is the same, even though the aim down sights time is quite fast for me. Moving on, the iron sights. The iron sight, I'm quite mixed with these. When I first used the S1, I always fitted it with the red dot sight. That was just all I used. That was just something that I just used because I was uncomfortable using the iron sights. However, as time went by using the gun all the time, I got annoyed with the red dot sight, and I went to the iron sights, and I enjoyed them. And when I use this gun again now, I did use the red dot sight for a little while, but now I'm back to the iron sights. I'm always changing, but at the moment the iron sights are okay for me, so I would rate them as okay, but they're not fantastic. They're a bit obstructive. But now we're going to go into the downsides. Obviously, as you know, like in about June, or no, I think it's about June or something, they nerfed the ASM1. Most people say that the ASM1 is still a very strong gun, and pre-nerf, it was probably the strongest gun in the game, along with about 27. I'll say that. I pretty much know it was, because that's all I used. But when they nerfed it, they took 10 bullets off the magazine size, and then they stopped with the faster fire rate at the beginning, and that made me stop using the gun. I had no enjoyment for it anymore. I got a lot of hit markers. It felt like a pea shooter. Even the one that I'm using here in this video, the competence, which has +1 damage, it only drops off. It's the 3 to 5 shot. It's just a drop off at the long range. Oh, it's an improvement at the long range. Sorry, and I pick up the insanity here. Just use it a bit. Yeah. Now for me in the pre-nerf, no, in the after nerf. Sorry. It's not a very strong gun anymore. I still use it, as you can tell, but I did take a big break from it for quite a long time, and it made me, because I just did not enjoy using it. And moving on, another downside is hit detection. I would rate the hit detection on this gun as like really terrible. I mean, I just don't understand that. You see me here, like I'm shooting people. Like, I shoot this guy, and I mean that was okay. But then I go around shooting some other people, and it looks like I'm hitting them, but just nothing happens. And it's just that, I don't know. The hit detection on this gun seems to be really bad. It's like the worst out of every gun in this game. It never used to be bad, but after the nerf, I think it got really rather terrible. And that's part of the reason why I stopped using it as well. As you can see there, look, that just didn't kill him, and it just feels like a pea shooter, and it's really annoying. But and then it's just, yeah, I mean, this gun was a lot better before the nerf. That's all I'm saying, guys, basically. It's still, I'd say it's still my top 10 favourite guns, obviously, because I use 10 guns, and like I have 10 loadouts. But the fire rate is lower now. The accuracy on this variant especially is low, sorry. The only reason I use this gun now is because it is still a strong gun. Despite all the criticisms I've just made there, it is still quite a strong gun. It's second to the KF5 in my opinion, but obviously you don't have to agree with that. And let's move on to the attachments. What I recommend for attachments, foregrip, of course, yeah. Foregrip is definitely needed on this gun, like definitely. Especially on variants that have minus damage like this one, and seriously needed on something like the Strider, which has -3 accuracy. Suppressor's a good one to use because the 3-shot kill range on this is just abysmal anyway. I just don't like it. But I think that in this game there's some guns that just feel like they perform better without a suppressor, and this is probably one of those guns, but I just use it with a suppressor anyway. I also recommend red dot sight, as that can be really helpful for the recoil, but as I said earlier, I'm kind of mixed. Like, I use red dot and then iron sight. I'm always changing with it, so it's up to you. It depends what you can do. I'd also like to state that putting rapid fire on this is probably not a good idea unless you're only going to use this for close range. If you put rapid fire on it, even with the foregrip on the normal variant, or even something like the Regal, which is +2 accuracy, it will kick hard. It's a very high kicking gun, and with rapid fire, I'd like to say the fire rate is very strong. It's very good. You could also do a gung ho class like the KF5 with a laser and suppressor maybe, and gung ho. Advanced rifling is also another really good attachment to put on. If you have rapid fire on it, you could also put extended mags on, which is why obviously Speakeasy has that. For variants, I recommend the Strider. That's a good gun. +1. I mean, it's got +2 range, +1 damage. It's just -3 accuracy, but you can help that with putting red dot and foregrip on if you want. That's okay. The competence. This is the variant I'm using here. It's a really strong variant. It's just really good because it's got plus damage. As you can tell as well, I think that the ASM1 actually looks really nice in camos. I've got diamond camo, as you can see, and that's really good. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, this gun is good, but it's not as good as it used to be, and it's quite a shame, but that's how it is. And I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Peace out.